Just we're able to go live here. A little bit of a delay in iRacing. Trying to get the servers up. We are finally up and live. My name's Brady Hanna. Welcome to the Full Throttle Sim Racing, SimRacingPoints.com Truck Series, presented by Full Throttle TV tonight. We had just gone green, lap 8 of 134. Pole sitter Joe Flanagan on the pole. Currently running second behind the 28 of Cody McKinney. Richie Coy, Jeff Chandler, Ryan Chapman, your top 5 currently. Again, reminder, 134 laps tonight. Stage break at lap 35 for the trucks. As we are just now starting lap 10. Again, apologies for the delay. The late start and missing the start of the race. We see somebody gets the wall back there. Ryan Chapman into the wall off turn 2. See if we can go back and look at that and see exactly what happened. It's like, I don't know, does him or the 31 made contact? See if we can look at that again on board. Ooh. Just tight racing there, and Ryan ends up in the wall. And that damage is not something that's going to work very well here at Chicagoland. That's going to be hard to overcome. Up front right now, it's the 28 of Cody McKinney, but in his back pocket, it's going to be the 19 of Richie Coy in P2. Pole sitter Joe Flanagan falling back to third right now. Jeff Chandler running in fourth, and Bobby Terrell, who started on the outside of the front row, he finds himself in 5th spot. Everything seems to be kind of single filed out for now. Great start. A lot of great racing early on. And these guys are trying to settle in and find a place to run. It's one of my favorite schemes in the series right now. It's the 66, a Tide Ride. Oh, and we see issues with Joey McKinney. Michael Blackner also involved. Tony Solari may be involved as well. We'll go back and look at that again, but major issues. That was huge. Look at that again. Joey McKinney here. Goes into the corner. Loose. Oh, correction right into the wall. We'll see what happened to Michael Blackner here too, because he got caught up in that as well. Beside the 12. Sees it, tries to pull down into. They all just get collected into Tony Solari. The 22 turns down into the 6 of James Torrey. All those guys have damage. Rough turn of events for those guys. Let's go on board with Michael Blackner here. Should be a good view. See him get loose and then up into the wall, and he tries to avoid him, and the 6 is down there, and then the 11 gets into him and just cannot quite keep it off the wall there. We'll see how much damage he gets from that. Meanwhile, some of these guys are pitting. You see Ryan Chapman on pit road. Robert Malikian's on pit road. course, everybody else was involved in the crash. See how much damage Tony Solari and Michael Blackner have. Just nowhere to go for Michael. I mean, it happened in front of him, and he bounces off the wall and comes down, and just nowhere to go. Remember, we have a stage caution coming up at lap 35, so these guys are about 19 laps away from the stage break. If they took tires, if they can maximize their tires, get to the front, and hang on for that stage win, that could be huge for somebody like Robert Malikian, even Ryan Chapman, who I know he had damage but may have gotten that fixed. Huge break for those guys that need damage repairs. But it could be a big break for somebody. We'll keep an eye on the 16 and Maliki and see if he can make some inroads coming towards the front of the field. Just completing lap 16 of 134 here at Chicagoland Speedway for the FTSR SimRacingPoints.com Truck Series here on Full Throttle TV. Thank you for joining us if you're watching. Again, just an update. We missed the first part of the race, unfortunately, to some technical difficulties on our part, but also trying to get the server set up for iRacing. Fortunately, iRacing having some issues with getting the server set up. We were finally able to find a workaround, get our server up, and start our event. Unfortunately, though, we did lose the first part of the race because of admin duties over broadcaster duties. But we are here, we are live, and we will be carrying you guys to the finish of the race tonight. Currently, your leader, Cody McKinney in the 28. Richie Coy running second in the 19. Joe Flanagan holding on to third right now in the 53. Jeff Chandler in the 31 in fourth. Rounding out your top five right now, your pole sitter, Bobby Terrell. And the green flag's back out, and we're back underway here at Chicagoland Speedway. Lap 18 of 134. Again, waiting for that stage caution at 35. Getting close down there going into turn one. Still getting close to 3 and 4. Cody not wanting to give up that lead. And he will hold on to it for now. Richie around that outside lane. Side by side still for the top spot. Meanwhile, back here, they're still side by side for second or third as well. Great racing here at Chicagoland Speedway. Side by side there, side by side here as well. And Ben Tracy back there licking his chops in fifth, wondering which line's going to move. Meanwhile, these guys are still side by side for the lead up front. 28 on the inside, 19 on the outside. It's Cody McKinney on the inside, Coy on the outside, fighting for the lead. Give it to McKinney by a hair that lap. Still there. Spotter's got to get tired by now. Still outside, still inside, depending on who you are. Still side by side for the lead. Things behind him have kind of settled out. Jeff Chandler up to third. Great racing up front. You got the momentum on the outside. You got the short way around on the inside. And it looks like the outside will prevail. put Richie Coy to the point. The 19, Richie Coy takes the lead. Meanwhile, we're going to go 3 wide back here. We are 3 wide far. Now we are now 2 wide for 3rd spot. It's getting racy back here. Bobby Terrell to the outside of the 35 of Ben Tracy. That's for 5th spot. Bobby trying to come back towards the front after taking care of those tires. TJ Bartell right there as well in the 20. Michael Sheffield in the 8. Robert Malikian back there behind him in the 16 with those fresher tires. You see Marshall Johnson way up the track. Where's that? No, that's the 20. Sorry, the 20 of TJ Bartell. Loves that outside lane here at Chicagoland for sure. He's been very vocal about using that outside lane to his advantage and getting that momentum off the corner. And he's trying to do so right now. Yeah, you see the 16 of Malikian starting to pull up on the back of these guys. To the bottom, that's going to be Sherwood Williford, Ryan Chapman all in this battle, Marshall Johnson. Everything kind of sorts out for now. In a line. Looking at the 35, and he's looking to the outside of the 114. Ooh, close to the wall. He may have touched it there. It's going to allow the 8 of, or the 12 of Michael Sheffield to the inside. James Torrey trying to follow him through. Again, lap 27, racing to lap 35 for the stage break. All these stage points on tap here. Currently, the 20 of TJ Bartell holds down the 10th and final spot for stage points. Guys racing all over the track here. Meanwhile, up front, we missed it, but Cody McKinney was able to get back by the 19 of Coy, so put Cody back to the point here for the race lead. First, second, third kind of spaced out. The battle heating up for third, though, as Joe Flanagan has not let go of the tailgate of the 31 of Jeff Chandler. And behind them, it's a mad dash with Bobby Terrell, Ben Tracy, and James Torrey. Right at your top 7. And they are almost 3 wide back here. They are 3 wide. That is the 6 of James Torrey, the 114 of Bobby Terrell, and who's that on the outside? Is that going to be Michael Sheffield? No, that is Ben Tracy. Bobby said, boys, have at it. Pay window's not open yet. He's going to sit back and watch this. This battle here for 5th between the 6 of James Torrey and the 35 of Ben Tracy. And now looks like the 53 gets a little assistance there through the corner. Maybe, maybe not. Maybe got a little tight there. And now the 6 of James Torrey on a tear looking to the inside of Joe Flanagan. Meanwhile, the 35 of Ben Tracy passes them both on the outside. Looking for more. Here comes the 6 of James Torrey to the inside of the 35 of Tracy. He said, you're not getting this lane. And the 6 is on rails, starting to make moves up through the pack. Again, that being James Torrey up to 4th spot. Lap 32. 3 laps away from the stage break. You saw a big wiggle from the 53 of Joe Flanagan. He holds on to it. Meanwhile, the battle still rages here for 3rd, as Jeff Chandler is starting to get swallowed up by the 35 and the 6, who seem to be a little faster at this point of the event. 35 trying to push the 31 down the straightaway. .35 was able to get by the 6. Ben Tracy up to 4th. James Torrey back to 5th. And now he's going to look to get by the 31 of Jeff Chandler here on the inside. That's not going to work out. That's going to open the door for the 6 of James Torrey to work to his outside. Again, the battle for 4th still. And behind these guys, coming pretty quick here, is the 16 of Robert Malikian with those new tires, trying to get everything he can. Last lap of the stage. 1 lap to go till we see the stage caution. Meanwhile, here comes the 6 of James Torrey to the inside of the 31 of Jeff Chandler. Looking for that 3rd spot. Jeff's going to have the momentum off the corner and hold on to that position. So Jeff Chandler holds on to 3rd. Meanwhile, stage winner is going to be the 28 of Cody McKinney. Richie Coy finished in 2nd. We saw Jeff Chandler hang on to 3rd. James Torrey and Ben Tracy round out your top 5 for the stage finish. 6th place is going to be Robert Malikian. Joe Flanagan falls to 7th. 8th is Orion Chapman. 9th, Michael Sheffield. And 10th is Bobby Terrell. Your front row guys not faring so well here in the first run. Joe Flanagan falling back from the pole to 7th. And Bobby Terrell found himself in 10th after starting outside pole. As the guys come around, they're going to make their pit stop here for the stage. And then it's on from there on. It's in the hands of the drivers. On board with the 28 of Cody McKinney as we bring them down pit road. Looking back at the 19 of Richie Coy. Lights come on here at Chicagoland. And we'll start seeing, maybe see some of this fog kind of go away. Slow stop for the 66 of Custer. Comes out in 16th spot. Last car on the track. Looking forward to getting this thing going. Just a quick plug from one of our sponsors, Victory Fuel. I've got to get a I've got to get a little splash screen going for these guys. But Victory Fuel, man, they do do a lot for the league, and just appreciate a company I can kind of get behind. DrinkVictory.com. Use code FTSR on your order to get 10% off at DrinkVictory.com. You got to try out their flavors, man. The Throttle Punch is just fruit punch. It's delicious. It's really good. Lucky Lemon, a lot of people like it as well. It's not bad. It's just not my favorite. It's really good as well. And they got a new flavor coming out called Purple Potion, which is grape. Can't wait to try that. Purple Potion, that sounds pretty good. Grape flavored. I tell you, the fruit punch is really good. It's not too sweet. It's just the right amount of sweet. Very refreshing. And I'm sure the grape is going to be the same. So looking forward to trying that out as well. Remember, drinkvictory.com. Use code FTSR for 10% off your order. Try it out. You'll be glad you did. It's really good stuff. If you haven't tried it yet, you got to try it. And honestly, they're at some of the racetracks around the Northeast and Midwest. You also can find them at certain convenience stores in the Midwest as well. They're kind of expanding, starting to branch out and get into some different stores. And I'm looking forward to when I get into a store around here. I don't mind ordering directly from them, but it'd be kind of cool to pick it up in the store as well. So looking forward to that. But for now, drinkvictory.com, FTSR, 10% off your order. I can't say enough good things about them, about Kevin Swindell and the whole family and the company that they run. So great guys. Looking forward to a long relationship with them and appreciate everything they do. Lap 40 of 134, they are 2x2 getting ready to go back green here at Chicagoland Speedway for the FTSR SimRacingPoints.com Truck Series here on Full Throttle TV. Again, 40 in the books, less than 100, about 95 laps to go here. And from the racing we've seen before, it's going to be a lot of fun to call, a lot of fun to watch, a lot of hot and heavy racing. They've been trading the lead out and back between the 28 and the 19. And then the 31, 35, and 53, man, they put on quite a show there towards the end of the race, or end of the stage. And we'll see who else can make a name for themselves here as we get a longer run going here at Chicagoland. Again, the pace lights are off. They are 2x2. Pace car pulls off, and we're getting ready to go back green as they enter the the restart zone. Green flag's out, and we are back underway here at Chicagoland. A great push by the 35 on the 19 on the start. Propel him to lead momentarily, but here comes the 28 back on the inside. Preferred line here on the restarts. Great run through 1 and 2, and now they are side by side down the backstretch. Little wiggle by the 31 there. Jeff Chandler falls off the back of these guys. That's going to allow the 35 to take sole possession of the third spot. Still side by side through 1 and 2, 3 and 4. These guys have been very courteous with each other, racing hard here for the lead. Third, fourth, and fifth here. That's Ryan Chapman in fifth spot, looking for somewhere to go on Jeff Chandler, the 31, who is fourth. Ahead of him is the 35. Well, it says 33 on your screen. It is 35 on the truck. Ben Tracy, currently running in third spot. But they are still side by side up front. Everybody else fighting for that third spot to see which lane kind of works out here at the front of the field. Cody drives hard into turn 3. Can't quite clear the 19 though. He's going to hang on his outside quarter panel. Still there, but give the lap to Cody McKinney. He's still there. Cannot quite get rid of the 19. It's amazing racing by those guys. Keeping it clean. One run the high line, one run the bottom line, and both these guys are giving each other room on both the entry and exit of the corner to operate. They know there's a long way to go as the 19 finally clears the 28 down into turn 3 and takes sole possession of the lead. Look back here a little bit farther. The 16 of Malikian looking to get by the 114 of Bobby Terrell. Oh, contact, and that's going to cause issues for the 16 and the 114 among others. Bobby Terrell and Robert Malikian. A little bit of net code, but a lot of damage for these guys as the caution comes out. Let's look at that again. You see going in the corner, he kind of squeezes the 114 up just a little bit. He kind of washes up the track, and then they cannot get off of each other, and it causes the 16 to go around right into the wall. Looking to see if we can find another angle here. Going in the corner, 16 gets into the corner. A little bit of contact right there, washes up into the wall, and it collects the 114, and I believe the 11 got a piece of that as well as he went by. See going in the corner there. Just a little bit of contact on the corner, and that's all it takes, and he catches the 114 as well. The 11 gets a piece of that, and that's three guys. I think their nights are, if not ruined, they're pretty much in jeopardy right now. See Bobby Terrell in the pits. He's probably done for the night. Same thing for Robert Malikian. We'll see if we can see how much damage the 11 has, because he got a piece of it as he went by. Doesn't look too bad. Unfortunate though. They're both those guys. Again, Bobby Terrell starting outside of the front row. Robert Malikian starting to make moves up through the field there. Just run out of room racing, and it's a hard impact for both those guys. So start to line up 2 by 2 here, get back ready to go racing. One name you don't see in the top 6 here is Richie Coy, who chose to pit, I believe, on that caution. Along with Joe Flanagan, TJ Bartell, and the rest of these guys back here did make a pit stop. So will it matter? Will tires matter? Will fuel matters? We'll see how that all plays out as we go forward here. That puts Cody McKinney, of course, up front. Ben Tracy in second on the front row. And you have Jeff Chandler, Ryan Chapman, row 2. And then right out your top 5 is somebody we haven't talked about much about tonight. It's the Marshall Johnson machine, the Craftsman Toyota for McKinney Racing. Pace car lights are off. Pace car pulls off. We're waiting to get in the restart zone. We'll go back racing here at Chicagoland. Waiting for the green flag. Green's out, and we are underway. And Ben Tracy gets a big push from the Ryan Chapman machine off into turn one. But here comes the 28 of McKinney on the inside in that preferred lane. He's going to hold on to that first position. One lap in the books. Lap 52 of 134. Complete so far tonight. Scotty McKinney out front. Jeff Chandler now assumes P2. Ben Tracy in third. Ryan Chapman falls to fourth. This is a battle for 5th, 6th, and 7th. You got Marshall Johnson, Richie Coy, Michael Sheffield, 5th, 6th, and 7th. And behind them, it's a dogfight for 8th. TJ Bartell, Sherwood Williford, Joe Flanagan, Tony Solari. Still a battle up here for 5th as well. Give it to Richie Coy. Michael Sheffield, 5th and 6th, nose to tail as they try to chase down the top 4. Everything kind of civilized out here for the top 6. This guy's just looking to make laps. Battle for 10th. Here's TJ Bartell and Sherwood Williford, a couple of teammates. Sherwood's going to take that spot. We're looking to the inside of Tony Solari. Ooh, gets close there. Tony into the wall. Now Sherwood looks to the inside of 53 of Joe Flanagan for 8th spot. Chris Custer off the pace here. Not sure what happened there, but see if we can see what happened here. He was up here battling with these guys. Gonna be on this lap here. Down into the corner. Ooh, he touches the apron and gets sideways. That's what I thought happened. So he got sideways. As a great save, though, by the 66. But, man, it's going to cost him a lot of positions, though, a lot of track position. Meanwhile, up front, Cody McKinney continues to lead. It's kind of closed up, though. Jeff Chandler right there with him, and Ben Tracy running in third. Richie Coy's worked his way up to fourth. Michael Sheffield up to fifth. They have gotten around Ryan Chapman, who is sixth. And then Marshall Johnson, Sherwood Williford, Jeff Flanagan, and Tony Solari, your current top 10. Lap 60 of 134. Getting close to halfway here in a few laps. You see the different lines these guys run. The high line here at this track, you can really utilize it, especially on older tires. You can run up there and keep your momentum up a little bit. But the low line, of course, is the short way around. You see Sherwood Williford on the bottom, Ryan Chapman on the top. It's when you come off the corner that things can kind of happen if you're not careful. Everybody's fighting for the same position coming off the corner, and if you're not careful, you'll find each other coming off the corner. Sherwood Williford, though, able to make that pass on the bottom. So move Sherwood up to 6 spots. And he is currently our biggest mover, up 9 positions from his starting spot at 15th. Still all Cody McKinney up front. Jeff's lost a little ground. Now the 35 of Ben Tracy all over the back bumper, or tailgate in this case, for the trucks. Battle for second starting to heat up. And as we were talking, here comes Sherwood Williford under Michael Sheffield to move Sherwood up into 5th spot. Sherwood making some inroads here towards the front of the field. .35 Ben Tracy all over the back bumper of the 31. On board with the 35. We'll ride with it for a lap or two here. Get that draft down the front stretch and able to pull right up on the back bumper. All of this, again, happening about half a second behind the leader of the 28 of Cody McKinney. And is he going to have a look? Not this time. But don't look now, because Sherwood Williford's got around the 19 of Richie Coy, and he is on a tear. Here comes the one of Sherwood Williford up into this battle. And now the 35 or 33 is going to look to the outside of the 31 of Chandler. Ben Tracy to the outside. He's going to have the momentum and going to clear the 31 of Jeff Chandler. But here comes the one of Sherwood Williford. And he will clear as well. So that quick, 2 spots back for the 31 of Chandler, put Ben Tracy up into P2. But the man on the move, the man of the hour, is going to be the one of Sherwood Williford, who is right now looking to the inside of the 33. Nothing there yet, but he is a man on a mission. There he goes. Now he's going to look to the inside of Ben Tracy, trying to take second spot. Puts the power down and clears. So moves Sherwood Williford up into P2 here in that number 1 machine. He is marched through the field. Let's see if he can run down Cody McKinney, who is currently 1.1 seconds ahead of this battle. This battle between Ryan Chapman and Michael Sheffield, really close there. Looks like the 17 of Chapman washed up a little bit into Sheffield, but they keep it going here. Slide job by the 17 of Ryan Chapman. Here comes Michael Sheffield back to the inside. This is the battle for 6th spot. And it looks like Ryan Chapman's going to hang on to the spot for now. Lap 73 of 134 here at Chicagoland. The FTSR SimRacingPoints.com Truck Series, presented by Full Throttle Television. Your current leader, Cody McKinney, in the number 28, leads by about 1.2 seconds over Sherwood Williford in the number 1. This is your third place finisher, or third place driver, Ben Tracy in the 33. Jeff Chandler in 4th. Under fire from the 19 of Richie Coy, who runs 5th. And Ryan Chapman in 6th. Battle's getting pretty good back here for 4th, 5th, and 6th. Again, it's Jeff Chandler in the 31, Coy in the 19, Chapman in the 17. Coy in the wall. Trying to stay to the outside of the 17 of Chapman, cannot do it. Right into the wall. Not good news for the 19. That's gonna be some damage you'll have to take care of at some point. These guys getting really close to that wall on the exit of turn 4. Now the 31 and the 17 round the high line through 1 and 2. Now the 17 in the wall off turn 4. These guys are getting at it, getting after it, and finding the limits there. Meanwhile, your leader's still Cody McKinney over Sherwood Williford, now at a 1.6 second lead. Sherwood Williford and Ben Tracy running together. They're second and third. This battle you saw was fourth, fifth, and on back. Fourth is Jeff Chandler. The fifth is 17 of Ryan Chapman. Inches apart there. Now the 17 of Chapman's going to look to the inside. 17 on the scoring books, 2 on the truck. Under the 31 of Jeff Chandler. Here comes Jeff back to the outside. Here comes Jeff to look to the inside. Meanwhile, we got a battle for second as well with this one of Sherwood Williford, the 33 of Ben Tracy. Racing all over the place here. Now the 19 of Coy is going to look under the 31 of Chandler for fifth spot and going to take that spot. Again, starting to get really hazy here at Chicagoland, unfortunately. Sorry for the poor broadcasting conditions. While we were looking at that, Ben Tracy was able to make the pass on the one of Sherwood Williford, so move Tracy up to P2. Again, this happening now 2.2 seconds behind our leader, Cody McKinney. Sherwood Williford running the bottom. You see Ben Tracy, and so we're talking about multiple lanes here. Ben Tracy's running the middle of the track. Sherwood's running the bottom of the track. Ryan Chapman's running the top of the track. You can run all over this track here. That's why the drivers love it. Battle for third here. Ryan Chapman trying to get around Sherwood Williford on the outside. He's got the momentum. He's going to complete the pass. So move Ryan Chapman up into P3. Again, that good run by Sherwood Williford looks like it's kind of coming undone here. Maybe the tires starting to give up, as he's going to fall victim to the 19 of Richie Coy for fourth spot. So move the 19 of Coy to fourth, Sherwood Williford to fifth once this pass is completed. Looks like Ryan Chapman is in the pits. So Ryan Chapman choosing to pit here on lap 87 of 134 and making that one pit stop they'll have to make to get to the end. He is the first one to hit pit road. So pit stops incoming here. And here comes Cody McKinney. This time by, he's going to hit pit road as well. So put Cody McKinney in pit road. That hands the lead off to Ben Tracy in the number 33. And here comes Ben Tracy into pit road. Oh, and he's too quick, and he's sliding sideways. And now he spins out, coming to pit road. No, it's not something you want to see. He come in there really hot and just got sideways and could not get the truck slowed down. We'll see. Hopefully he didn't get the speed penalty on top of that, but looks like he may have. You also saw Jeff Chandler on pit road. Michael Sheffield on pit road. TJ Bartell now comes to pit road. Let's see if he gets slowed down there. Marshall Johnson as well. This is all handed the lead over to Richie Coy in the number 19. Looks like Richie's not coming in this time, but Sherwood Williford is going to be making his pit stop. Here he comes down to pit road. Gets down to pit road speed. TJ Bartell, Marshall Johnson exit pit road. You see the speed there on the bottom right. We'll see when they come to pit road. We'll see what speeds to see. There you go. Tony Solari down to up to 55, 58 miles an hour. 60 miles an hour. Richie Coy continues to stay out here. So right now it's Richie Coy. Second place is going to be the 53 of Flanagan, Michael Blackner, James Torrey. All these guys yet to pit. But Cody McKinney able to get back around Richie Coy there and get his lap back. And the 22's coming in. There he is. Dips down to pit road. Slow the truck down. And nice entry. Richie Coy's going to be hitting pit road this time by. Here he comes down to pit road to the service of his crew. We'll see. Now Joe Flanagan in as well. That hands the lead over to James Torrey, the only one left to pit. As it's gotten really hazy and really dark out here, I apologize. James Torrey's going to continue to stay out here. Continues to lead the race here in the number 6. Lone Star Racing. James had a pretty good run early on. Good run in the stage. Able to stay out and lead these laps. Comes through 3 and 4. It's going to come down to the service of his crew here. Oh, sliding sideways. Gets it slowed down. Gets everything out of it coming to pit road. Really good entry there. And he'll come get his service and get back out there and see what he can make up. That'll hand the lead back over to Cody McKinney, who has a 7.5 second lead on second place Ryan Chapman. And then third place is going to be Jeff Chandler and TJ Bartell running in fourth. Sherwood Williford 2.25 seconds behind this battle. And they are catching Ryan Chapman at a pretty good pace. Ryan was one of the early adopters to pit road. These guys stay a little bit longer, so I imagine these guys are going to be able to run by him. Fastest car last time by was the 19 of Richie Coy in 7th. The 31 of Jeff Chandler able to make the pass for second. Puts him up to P2. Here comes TJ Bartell to try to do the same in the 20 machine. Off turn 4 to the inside. Again, with those fresher tires, it makes it look a little easy here. We'll drive off and you see the 7 or the 2, 17, whatever number you want to call him, get the wall on the entry of turn 1. So he hits the wall there, entry of turn 1. Caused him a little bit of damage there. It's not the first time we've seen that either. That wall in turn 4 has really been a handful for a lot of guys. You see Richie Coy get around Sherwood Williford. So that'll be a pass for 5th. Richie Coy back up to 5th. Sherwood to 6th. Again, Richie, one of the guys that stayed out longer. Gonna have a good bit fresher tires than these guys he's catching. But he is still 8 seconds back on our leader. So not sure he's going to make that up. But the other guys he's racing, there's only 1.5 seconds up the road. So it's a good possibility he could catch these guys. Meanwhile, Cody McKinney just continues to put on a clinic out there. 6 seconds ahead of second place, although that is coming down with Jeff Chandler and his fresher tires. I'll give you speeds at or lap times at the line. 31.78 for our leader, Cody McKinney, in the 28. .36. So about 4/10 faster is Jeff Chandler. We have 30 laps to go. That could get interesting. It really could. .35 at the line last time. We'll see how much time he's making up. Again, that was another 4/10. So that's a pretty quick. It's a pretty big difference as we see Richie Coy fighting to get around Jeff Chandler and TJ Bartell both. And he will do so. So Richie Coy might be the man on the mission here. He may have something to say. 4.8 seconds back to our leader. But he needed to make that quick, and he did. So 4.8 seconds in 28 laps. Now it's 4.6. .4. It's coming down quick. This could be something to watch. .3.9, 3.8. I thought Jeff Chandler would be the one to watch, but Richie Coy with those new tires is starting to make some big moves here. He's already a second and a 10th up on these guys in third. Now Richie only 3.2 seconds behind the lead. He's really making time here. You could probably see him. You can see him up there now. But as we go, we know the tire advantage will go away. 3.17 at the line that time by. The gap between first and second. We'll ride a lap and see what it is next time. The line here is 3.02. So 0.15 each lap. That ain't gonna cut it. But he's trying. 24 laps to go here at Chicagoland Speedway, the FTSR Sim Racing Points Truck Series, presented by Full Throttle TV and Victory Fuel. Visit drinkvictory.com for some great drinks there for sure. The Throttle Punch, use code FTSR for 10% off your order at drinkvictory.com. These guys are on the high line, battling for third. Jeff Chandler, the 20 of TJ Bartell, right up against the wall. Jeff a little loose, trying to break the draft. Again, this battle for third. Richie Coy continues to close in, but it's shrinking. It's not happening as quick. And here comes Sherwood Williford and Ryan Chapman to try to make this battle for third more interesting. .2. He's continuing to close. 2.8, 2.18, 2.14 at the line. Battle for third continues. This is intense here. 31, Chandler. 20, Bartell. Now the one of Sherwood Williford getting around the 17 of Ryan Chapman for 5th. Sherwood trying to come up there and make it a battle as the 20 of TJ Bartell goes to the bottom for 3rd. Can't make it stick down there. 19 laps to go here at Chicagoland Speedway. TJ trying his best to find a little room up there up top. He wants to make it pass on the high side. He knows if he can get there, he can make and run the bottom and make it more difficult. So TJ trying to find a way around the top. Gets a run off 4. Now he's going to look to the high side. He's not quite able to get there. $17 laps to go here at Chicagoland. This guy's putting on a well of a show here for 3rd spot. It's been all Cody McKinney up front, but the 19 of Coy is starting to close in a little bit. This battle for 3rd is going to be crazy because the 3 of Sherwood Williford was able to reel these guys in. He brought the 2 of Ryan Chapman into the fight with him. 4-way fight for 3rd spot. Sherwood on the bottom. Sherwood all the way on the bottom. The 20 of Bartell all the way to the top. And here comes Ryan Chapman on the outside to fill the hole. What a battle here for 3rd. Check on the status. Richie Coy, 1.68 seconds behind Cody McKinney, but he's kind of stalled out a little bit, not making the gains he needs to make here to make it a race here. 13 laps to go. We'll see if he can make up any more and maybe get a little bit of draft and pull his way back up there. It's going to take a little bit of little magic. We'll keep watching this battle here for 3rd as it gets crazy now. 3 wide for 4th spot. The 2 of Ryan Chapman making it 3 wide. Now 2 wide as the 20 gets to run off the corner. Again, Sherwood in the 1 on the bottom. 31 of Jeff Chandler leading this pack. Is he beside him? He might have a run here. He might be beside him. He did leave the door open. Here comes the 20 of TJ Bartell on the outside. Finally was able to get that nose on the outside like he wanted. TJ Bartell around the 31 of Jeff Chandler. Now the 17 or 2 of Ryan Chapman able to make that pass for fourth. Moved Jeff Chandler back to fifth and Sherwood Williford in sixth. 10 laps to go here. Meanwhile, Richie Coy is 1.4 seconds behind Cody McKinney. I think he's just run out of steam here, run out of tires. Both these guys are on the bottom of the track. Third place, TJ Bartell. Fourth place, Ryan Chapman, and in the battle for fifth, Jeff Chandler and Sherwood Williford. Give that to Sherwood Williford. Here comes Jeff. Oh, and he turns him. Oh, they keep it straight, though, for the most part. And let's see what these guys do back here. Marshall Johnson catches them. Man, that was an almost wreck right there. Let's go back and look at that right quick. Coming off turn 4. Looks like Jeff looks to the inside. It doesn't go on the apron or catches the apron. I'm not sure. And just makes contact with Sherwood there on the front stretch. They keep it going, though. And luckily, these guys behind them take evasive maneuvers and are able to miss them as well. But it cost them some spots, that's for sure. 7 laps to go here at Chicagoland Speedway. Still battling hard for position. Cody McKinney with a 1.22 second lead. Only 0.2 gained in the last 4 laps by the 19 of Coy. So looks like Coy may be in just he's just going to ride here, take what he can get. TJ Bartell currently running in third with 5 laps to go at Chicagoland. Ryan Chapman currently running fourth. Marshall Johnson now up to fifth after that calamity with the 31 and the 1. Michael Sheffield in sixth. Jeff Chandler seventh. Joe Flanagan eighth. Sherwood Williford back to ninth. And Tony Solari holding down the top 10. And now TJ Bartell has pulled out quite the lead on the 17 of Ryan Chapman here. So everybody kind of finding their spots to ride. Three laps to go here for the Full Throttle Sim Racing, SimRacingPoints.com Truck Series. The Chicagoland 200 here on Full Throttle TV, presented by SimRacingPoints.com. But what can you say about the 28 of McKinney, man? He's put on a clinic all night, been out front pretty much the whole race. Richie Coy was able to get the lead on a restart, lead some laps, but other than that, it's been all Cody McKinney. Had a great long run. Looks like he pulled off just the right pit stop strategy, and let's go come around and see the white flag. 1 lap to go here at Chicagoland for Cody McKinney to pull off the win. We see Ryan Chapman have some issues. I'm sure he's out of fuel or had an accident, not really sure. But down the backstretch, for the final time through 3 and 4. Cody McKinney putting on a clinic. He's going to take home the victory here at Chicagoland. The Chicagoland 200 belongs to the 28, Cody McKinney. Second place for Richie Coy and the 19 Victory Fuel Ford. We'll come up and give him a little thumbs up here. And how about TJ Bartell finishing third, a strong third, had a good pit stop. Was able to work that into a third place finish. Fourth place for Marshall Johnson and Michael Sheffield finishing out your top 5. '28 burns them down. May have run out of fuel there. He'll park it on front stretch, so I'll give the fans a look. Let's look at our race results tonight for the Chicagoland 200. Cody McKinney picking up the win for McKinney Racing in the number 28. The Fury Motorsports number 19 machine of Richie Coy coming home in second place. The 20 of TJ Bartell finishes up your podium for Wayne Grassi Racing. Then you have Marshall Johnson and Michael Sheffield rounding out your top 5. The 31 of Jeff Chandler couldn't hold on there towards the end. Fell to a 6-spot finishing position. Still decent. Joe Flanagan, after grabbing the pole earlier, finishes in 7th spot. Sherwood Williford, after the contact with the 31, is relegated to an 8th place finishing position. Tony Solari finishes 9th. Michael Blackner finishes in 10th. James Torrey finishes in 11th spot. 12th is going to be Ben Tracy after those difficulties on pit road. Ryan Chapman, last lap issues is going to relegate him to a 13th place finish. 14th for Chris Custer in the 66. Bobby Terrell and Ryan Malikian end up 15th and 16th respectively after their accident there earlier in the race. And Joey McKinney, after having issues in turn 2, will finish 17th and last in tonight's running order. All right, let's see if we can swap over to our post-race show. See if we can talk to some of these guys after an issue with the start there. We got them all lined up. Look at that. Well, let's take see if we can talk to our third place finisher tonight in the number 20, TJ Bartell. Man, great run tonight. Great finish for sure. It was an interesting one towards the end. A lot of hard racing for third on back, and you survived to take home that third spot. Hold on. We're not hearing you. Just a sec.
Wedge out of it, and it got a lot better. And then once the field strung out, it made it a lot better because it wasn't so traffic dependent.
There we go. We got you now. Yeah. So that's what I was talking about. That that was a hard fought battle for third spot, man. It looked like you guys were able to run all over the track too. That looked like a lot of fun. You were right up against the wall, and Sherwood was right against the line there. You had the 31 riding about a lane off the wall. You had, I think, the 2 or the 17. Ryan Chapman was running about a lane up off that. Y'all were all over the track. Look, a lot of fun.
Yeah, I mean, I like this track because you got options. Beginning of the run, I could run the bottom really good. And then once the truck started tightening up, then I had to move to the top. And I tried to get around Jeff. I knew I was a little quicker. It wasn't a lot, but a little bit quicker. And I was trying to get under him a few times, and I was like, this is not going to work. So I just got back up to the high line, and I'm, logging laps, and I'm like, if he doesn't make a mistake, I'm not going to get around him. And I seen Sherwood coming on the bottom, and then like 2 laps before I was able to make the pass, I saw that Jeff was getting a little loose off of 4, and I was like, well, if I can time this and get a run, and he gets a little loose and he goes down off the top, I can get to his outside because I knew the outside was the only way I was going to be able to get around him.
Yeah, I kept seeing you poke your nose out to the outside, and that's what I was saying on the broadcast. Steve, I was like, man, if you can ever get a run and get beside him and take away that entry and exit of the corner, I think you got it because you could hold that momentum up there and it'd force him to run a lower lane. But it's just so hard to get that run, and it finally worked out for you, and had to be a little bit of a relief because it's tough to pass on the bottom here apparently.
Yeah, once the tires get old, at least my setup, I couldn't do anything on the bottom, so I was just waiting and waiting, and hoping Jeff would make a mistake, which doesn't happen all that often. So I got lucky where he got a little bit loose, and I was able to get to his outside and made it work, and then I was able to drive away some.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun to watch. It seemed like it was a lot of fun out there to race and kind of move all over the track. So it's awesome. But I'm going to hand you the mic and let you give your thanks and focus, let you talk to whoever's out there, maybe watching.
And for first, thank Full Throttle Television. Appreciate you doing this. Got to thank you, Brody, and all the admins at FTSR. You guys do such a good job and give us a really good place to race. There's so many good drivers here, and I got to thank the drivers. They really courteous tonight, and just fun racing with them. I got to thank Wayne Grassi Engineering and Wayne Grassi for having faith in me that I can drive trucks for them. And thanks Sherwood and Bobby Terrell, my teammates. It's fun working with those guys, and really had a battle, but it was fun in the end.
Yeah, absolutely. Again, congratulations on the third place. Like it was a lot of fun. We'll see you next week.
Thanks, Brody. Appreciate it, man.
All right, there's your third place finisher, the 20 of TJ Bartel for Wayne Grassi Racing. Good solid finish for sure, and one of the guys who's pretty good on that tire stuff and was able to work his way up on that long run, getting himself in position for a good finish. Another guy that worked his way up, especially after that late pit stop, is the 19 of Richie Coy, coming on in P2, one spot short, but I think you played that about, I'd say about the best you could, given the gap that the 28 had pulled when you guys made the pit stop.
Yeah, we were so with that question that came out, we weren't sure if they were going to be able to make it on one stop. It was going to be super, super close. So we all decided to pit and top off, and I did not take tires. And then we knew we were going to be able to make it on one stop. And when I got to the fuel range, I was hammered down and made it just shy, man, just shy.
Yeah, we were watching the gap come down, and we knew those new tires, man. You were chomping and chomping and chomping that time down. I was like, man, he's gonna get there, man. He's flying, and it looks like the tires kind of evened out and kind of hurt you there. And maybe Cody was saving a little up front too. Not really sure. We'll talk to him and find out. But being that the fuel was that close, I thought you were gonna get there, and it started coming down, and it leveled out, and I was like, I don't know.
Yeah, I was watching the times, and when I think I was like 7.5 back out when I came out of the pits, and then I got down to 5. I was watching it, and I was getting big chunks, big swings. And I got to 3, all of a sudden the big swings went away. So I knew he was saving something. I just was hoping that when I got closer and closer, it would start to push him more and get him to use more fuel. But he did a great job. You can't take anything away from it. We tried tonight, tried to do a little something different and with the strategy tonight, and just came up one spot short. So what are you gonna do?
Yeah, it was super fast on the long run too. It seemed like the fuel was going to kind of hold him back, but he was super fast on the older tires. It seemed like he would get out there. He had a great short run truck, but it looked he had a little bit better on the long run. So great idea to try something different, push him, and I think you did because he ran out trying to celebrate there on the front stretch. So
Nice.
so good job with what you had to deal with coming up through the field, man. It had to be kind of fun out there too. I was talking to TJ about how fun this track is running at different lanes, running high, running low. We had a great battle for third, great battles all over the track. I mean, you and Cody ran side by side early on for I don't know how many laps for the lead. It just like a lot of fun when you're able to use different parts of the track.
Yeah, this is a really cool track. I mean, you got kind of like a you got a dog leg on a front stretch. You got kind of a curved back stretch. You can run 2x2. I mean, I was up top at certain points tonight. I was in the middle at certain points. Sometimes I was down. Most of the time I was down low, but you can run pretty good in every single. I mean, once you get some laps on the tires, you can move up a little bit to track ridings out, and it's a ton of fun.
Well, again, congratulations on second place finish, man. A lot of green flag racing tonight, a lot of side by side racing. Just one spot short, but still a good night. Got your laps led and everything. So I'm going to hand you the mic, let you throw out your thanks and your sponsor plugs, whatever you want to talk about there.
I want to thank Victory Fuel for being on board for this season. Can't do it without them and all the support. Thank my team, Fury Motorsports, Tony, Michael, Jeff, some other guy that didn't show up tonight because he was broadcasting. But got to thank my team. We did a great job. Although I think we all of us went out with different setups tonight. So you got to love when we do that. But thanks to Tony's mom and dad. Hopefully they watched tonight. And thanks to the league. And thanks for you for stepping out of the truck tonight and doing the broadcast for us.
It was fun. It was fun to watch. I kind of wish I was behind the truck because it looked like a lot of fun, but it was fun to watch as well. And again, congratulations on second. And hopefully I'll see you on track. Next week I think it's Pocono, so we'll see what happens at Pocono. We'll see you next week.
All right. Happy 4th of July to everyone.
All right. Thank you. There's Richie Coy, the second place finisher tonight, the 19 Victory Fuel Ford, Fury Motorsports. One spot short to this guy who just couldn't help but stink up the show tonight and run all those laps out front and run the fuel just right and come home with the win. Hey, Cody, congratulations, man. What a dominant win, a dominant performance. You look great on old tires and had just enough fuel to get to the end.
Yeah, appreciate it. Honestly, I did not think I was going to be able to save 0.2 gallons coming to the line there at the end. I did not think I saved that much.
Well, you and I'm finding this out after the race, but apparently you were closer on fuel than I expected. With those guys pitting behind you, did it make you nervous when you saw them pull off and you knew they were going to have fuel and you knew you were going to have to save?
Yes, I knew Chapman and Sherwood and them, I knew they were going to be close on fuel as well. But as soon as I saw Richie take over third, I knew I had to get out of fuel save mode just a little bit and try and push more so he didn't close the gap a lot faster than what he did. So, but overall, I surprised myself with it.
Yeah, you did a good job, man. Like I said, it looks like Richie had a pretty good truck on the. Well, everybody did. Him and the 31 all had a pretty good truck on the short run, but man, your truck looked like it would take off on the long run. Is that something you kind of worked on as you went throughout the week, working on the setups and everything, or is that something that kind of surprised you in this race when you were able to kind of gap them by 2 or 3 seconds on the long run?
Yeah, no, everybody at Storm Sim Performance, they did a great job on this set. Main focus was for the longer run. I don't think we anticipated to run that many laps under green. But no, they hit the nail on the head with it with the long run speed this week, and proud of those guys and everything they've done for me since joining them, and excited for the future.
Oh, absolutely, man. Again, congratulations. Great round tonight. You had just enough fuel. You were able to give the crowd a little bit of a show there on the front stretch, but just maybe just one donut, and that's about all they got. But man, you cut it just close enough to take on the checkered flag again here. You continue to blaze a trail here at FTSR in the Truck Series. So congratulations again on another win. And I'm going to hand you the mic and let you give out your thanks and your sponsor plugs. The mic's all yours.
Yeah, thank y'all admins from the league. I know tonight was a little hectic trying to figure out what we were going to do. Kind of waiting for the iRacing servers to either get fixed or fix themselves somehow. But y'all made a game plan after a while, and honestly, it worked out great. Didn't feel like any hiccups at all. Everything was ran smooth. Everybody at Ancient World Gaming, Advanced GG, Gamer Advantage, Cutscene Sleep, Next Level Racing, Sword Dog, Apparel, Tango Paints, and everybody at Alpha Gear Racing as well. Storm Sim Performance again for giving me a rocket ship this week. And yeah.
Well, there you go. That's the winner tonight, Cody McKinney, and the number 28 Toyota for McKinney. Well, actually, your team, give your team name a shout out again, because I always get that wrong. It used to be McKinney Racing. Now it is.
Used to be McKinney Racing. It's Alpha Gear Racing now.
Alpha Gear Racing. There it is. So there's your winner tonight, Cody McKinney, and the number 28 Cody again. Congratulations. Go celebrate. Enjoy the champagne. We'll see you next week.
Appreciate it. Have a good one.
All right, there's your winner. And that'll do it from Chicagoland. What a race. A lot of side-by-side racing. These guys had a lot of fun out there tonight. I had a lot of fun watching it as well. A lot of change from day to night. Long run, fuel mileage race, tire management, green flag pit stops. It had about everything you wanted here tonight at Chicagoland. So enjoyed it. Got to give a shout-out to Victory Fuel once again for fueling Victory Lane. Remember, visit drinkvictory.com. Use code FTSR for 10% off. You'll help us. You'll help them. Help yourself as well, because you get some great product. You gotta try their stuff, man. It's good stuff, and it's a good company to support. So I hope you will visit them and check them out as well. Also read their bio on the page as well. Kind of explains where they're coming from and why they created it. So that'll do it for us, though, for Full Throttle Sim Racing, for simracingpoints.com and Full Throttle Television. My name's Bertie Hanna. Thanks for watching from Chicagoland Speedway. We'll be back actually next Monday to broadcast for the Cup Series at Pocono. Looking forward to that. And after that, we're back on LSR TV for the Truck Series next Wednesday at 9 o'clock. And that'll about do it. We'll see you next week. I appreciate it. And have a good one.